As I said, today is Super Sunday. Super Sunday. So what we do Super Sunday? Super Sunday, we have different messages. I just concluded one of my message for you, which part of my message was about the thing is known. And as I'm concluding, it's just words of encouragement and a word that will go out to those that will hear. It doesn't mean it has to be a lengthy word, but it is a word. No matter what the method of the word is, it is something that is challenging. It is something that is refreshed. It's always something that comes with more than insight. But now I'm here to tell you about another message or a theme entitled Resistance Brings About Revelation. Can somebody say resistance brings about revelation? What are we talking about when we allude to the fact of having a resistance? Let's say resist is a word of adjectives. It's a verb. It is described strongly or facilitate, withstanding or refraining from. It accepts of yielding to. So restrain from, yielding to. So resistance to sin, temptation, lust, the things that entice and appeal us. So in the book of Matthew, it declared that we ought to resist sin. We are to resist the devil and he will flee from us. Matthew 5:39 says, But I say unto you, he that resisteth not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the left, and to the other side also. Verse 40, If any man will sue thee at the law, the courthouse, take also your coat and let him be having it for a cloak also. So what the scripture in the Synoptic Gospel said, when someone or something oppose you, you have to have a resistance. When we look furthermore, it's a term that we'll use in the medical field that we said, your body has developed a resistance. When we say you have a resistance to a medicine, we say you have an allergic reaction. But if your body resists the components that which to ward off and to fight off that which affects you, I'm saying to us for these many days, we are still counting out the 2020. Have a resistance that will bring about revelation. When we look in other times, we could talk about world resistance. We see where the Nazis and the European Empire has resistance. We can say they resist the authoritative figure that exists. We can say they have resisted those of international treaties and bodies. The global marketplace is filled with a global place of words. So I'm saying to you that we can resistance or resistings brings about revelation. To note it to one fact, how can resistance brings about revelation? Noted in times in our lives, we can see that it's not everything is being said we pay much attention to. As people, we are to learn to hear and to see and to know. One of the things that I allured to someone just currently, I said some things is not everything that you see, you hear. And you respond. It's our reactive mode. We have a reactive mode that we respond to danger. We got in the necessity of responding as human beings. So for us to resist things, we ought learn now to how to not yield to or give ourselves to. Give our ears or eyes any attention to those things because they distract us for the purpose. Resistance is good. What you mean by resistance is good? Resistance at times keeps us out of danger. Resistance teaches us what is ahead. What can you talk about the resistance that keeps us out of trouble? When we see that more oftentimes in especially the biblical connotation, look back in the biblical times. How many times there was a resistance when Jesus Christ was sought to be killed? It said to us after healing the man at the pool that was blind and his noted miracle of going to Calvary. It speaks about Jesus took himself and went into the ship, not running away, but using the wisdom that he had. You know someone is after to kill you, you make a resistance. You do not heal, but you resist. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Not all the time the devil will run from you. He will run after you. Not run to you, he will run after you. The devil will pursue you, but you ought not to go in the territories of the enemy trying to possess anything unless you get the authority. So sometimes it's caused us to fall back. One of the resistance that I stated for many times is in the book of 2 Chronicles when Jehoshaphat went to battle. God himself spoke to him and said, Jehoshaphat, you need not to war in this matter. I'm here to tell someone out there, it's not everything that you're going to engage yourself in battle. Choose your battle for 2021. Choose your enemy. Know where you are. Know your location and know your intelligence. Military strategy do not go before a war without intelligence. Military do not engage battle without a defense system. They do not go before battle without strategies. I'm saying for us to resist the devil for 2021, we have to have a strategy. Be strategic in your praying. Be strategic in what you do. And also be strategic in what you say. Remember, it's not everyone that surrounds you are truly genuine and they are friends. So many people are following you merely because you're inspirational or you're gifted. Or you can help when there's times of need. Some only come for Jesus for the fish and bread. Some did not came for the word of life. I'm warning us for 2021. Choose your inner circle. Choose those who you break bread with, communicate, conversate, speak to, or even share a little thought. Some of that has to change so you build up an immunity. So you try to resist the devil. It says the resistance in the European was underground. These groups that is called the Chaldeans. They're a group that spun throughout Germany, occupied the European territories in World War II. They are called the Nazi rule. So they ruled. The Nazi was a resistance to world leader. They were defiant because they made their own rule. How could one man brain and influence an entire army to have people in captivity? I'm saying to you, you have people out there who have influence and have affluence. They come with a story and they tell you the story and you said, yes, it got to be true because it came out of the mouth of this individual. I will let you know that it can be and can be taken for as a lie. When Jesus Christ was there to be sentenced by Pilate, and Pilate said, I find no fault in this man. You brought him before me as a Jew, and I'm a Roman. Knowing that the Roman do not judge the Jew, it's upon you to state what you want as Jews. But they sought to conspire to kill the Son of God. So what they did, they set up and said, even for one time a year, there will be one of your prisoners will be released. Give us Barabbas. They made a trade-off with Jesus. But what did they say in the scripture? They said the Pharisees and the scribes, they beckon unto the people to request the head of Jesus. I could tell you, if you say so many people cannot be lying, that is one part of a scripture that shows a multitude was sold out. Some was even promised. We know election time, during no matter what the course of country we're living in, there's always bribery. We know there's always ballot changing and stealing of ballots and votes that the better person win. I'm saying do not believe anything you hear. Let yourself develop a resistance to reject it. Just as how the enemy tried to lure after you for this year. We have COVID in this time and this season. I'm trying to be a little bit perturbed, a little bit particular in whom I'm speaking to out there. So I'm saying to you, the devil comes with a pandemic, a world, a global perspective. Everyone, we're in the mix. We're in the change. There is no one you can call to for an answer. There's a financial dilemma. There is trouble on every side. But note it for this year going into 2021, develop a resistance. What I mean by a resistance. Just say like the word of Paul, nay, I am more than conquerors. Make up in your mind to say none of these things move me. Be defiant in your journey. Be defiant in what you do. But be of a made up mind. Come what may, I will make it. I'm saying to you, share, subscribe, and like on YouTube. It's going to be impromptu. We say we are on Super Sunday. Stay tuned in the next half an hour for the entire message. What is your verse? So the other one will be coming to you is what will be your verse. We'll talk about your verse so you'll know what your verse is. You all enjoy, share, subscribe, like, let someone knows that we are still giving encouragement even throughout the course of this time. So you be blessed and you be challenged.